Welcome back to the channel. Danny and I had an awesome time at Jekyll Island. We went to Jekyll Island State Park in Jekyll Island, Georgia for 5 nights and enjoyed every minute of it. We had so much fun that we had to do additional videos for Jekyll Island, one on Driftwood Beach and the other one on the Jekyll Island campground. We'll put links to those videos in the description below. Oh, that was a big bus. While in Jekyll Island, we also went to the Georgia Sea Turtle Center, ate lunch at Tortuga Jacks, and took a road trip into Brunswick to the Encore Theater to see an excellent production of The Sound of Music, followed by dinner at the Hungry Crab. Our last day there was filled with tons of fun at the Summer Waves water park. Stay tuned as we take you with us to Jekyll Island. Turtle Center.
What you gonna do there?
I'm gonna learn more about sea turtles. We're here at the admission booth. It says you can either purchase at the window or you can scan the QR code. They don't offer a military discount here. The sidewalk, it's pretty cool. It's got names of people that have made donations for the bricks on the sidewalk, and there are a lot of them. Every single brick, pretty much, except for the ones on the edges, have names of donors, and the proceeds from the admission tickets go to the turtles and protecting and saving them.
It was 25, I think 68 for 2 people.
That's a big turtle skeleton. So you walk in and immediately you see a gift shop. Turtle keychains, turtle shirts, hats.
Thank you.
So this is like a self-guided tour, interactive. This is a discovery station where you can look in the microscope.
These are skeleton sharks.
And then it shows on the screen there too. Okay.
So all of these things could live on top of a turtle's shell out in the wild.
So if we're out fishing and we see a turtle that has all this stuff on it, we should just leave it alone?
They're fine.
Okay.
They're good.
What about when they're on the head?
They're not happy, but they're okay. We'd rather you guys not mess with them, to be honest.
Okay.
If you're somewhere close by that you can let us know, or if the turtle is obviously in distress, call us. Spinning barnacles are fine. A few more would be okay. Barnacles like things that are slow moving or not moving. So why is a turtle slow moving or not moving? Because it shouldn't be.
Right.
Okay.
Turned out she had a raging case of pneumonia.
Really? I didn't know turtles could get pneumonia.
They can. It's pretty common, actually. We killed them by putting her in some fresh water for a day or two, and then we were able to start picking them off gently. It still hurts. The fresh water loosens the glue. It doesn't make it fall off. We started with.
So it hurts on the skin or the shell, or
both.
it hurts when you get them off the shell too.
Turtle shell is like your fingernails. It's keratin like your fingernails, and it has nerve endings. So basically, pulling off a barnacle would be the same thing as putting fake fingernails on you and ripping them off.
Oh wow.
And that's very.
Okay.
And then 3 months later, she went back to the water looking like this.
Oh, cool.
So how long did they, if they didn't come here to get treated for pneumonia, would they be able to fight that on their own?
She would have starved to death.
Okay.
This display is talking about fibropapillomatosis, abbreviated as FP, and it's the most significant infectious disease affecting sea turtle populations worldwide. Did you see all the sea turtles up there? From 2010 to 2015, 76% of sea turtle strandings in Georgia were caused by human activities. Commercial fishing and boat strikes make up most of the cases. Since this center opened in 2007, many sick and injured sea turtles stay at the Georgia Sea Turtle Center while they recover. The threats to sea turtles are commercial fishing, boat collisions, and illness and disease. Like we just learned about turtles getting pneumonia. This is a great interactive place for kids. They've got these little things where you can read, can see turtles hide their heads and feet in their shells. No, unlike many land turtles, sea turtles cannot protect themselves by retracting their softest parts in their shells. I would have thought that answer was yes.
Lots of hands-on stuff for the kids to do.
Yes.
It's a really cool place to take your kids.
Okay, that's a big one.
This is the leatherback, and this does live around here, but he mostly spends time in the subtropical area. This is the loggerhead,
Okay.
and loggerheads will eat more shellfish
Okay.
and stuff inside.
Hi, my name is Hard Hat. There he is.
Oh,
digging.
there he
He's trying to
is.
get out. He's like, freedom!
Now we're going to the Sea Turtle Hospital. There's an empty hospital tank. So there is a turtle in there.
See him?
That's Kaler. Kaler's swimming around, getting healthy.
Up there, they got mirrors up there.
Yeah. That's cool. They've got another empty hospital tank there. It's good they've got a lot of empty hospital tanks. Maybe they're not finding as many turtles that need help.
Is that good that you have a lot of empty tanks? Yeah? Okay.
That's Frank Sriracha in that tank right there. Another empty tank. The lady said that was the best thing that they could ask for is empty tanks. Meaning there's not as many turtles that need help. And this is Lavender. It's a Kemp's Ridley, a juvenile. They don't know if it's a boy or a girl. It's from the New England Aquarium. Arrived December 4th, 2024. And it was cold stunned. So this one had pneumonia, low potassium. And wow, I guess it takes a while for them to heal because...
Yeah, it says it. I remember reading somewhere where it takes a lot longer for them to do an antibiotic treatment for a turtle than it does like for a human.
Yeah.
Like a human, you can take like multiple doses over a week and you're cured or whatever. But with the antibiotics for a sea turtle, it takes months to get it to them.
She has been cleared for release.
Okay.
We're just waiting.
How long does it normally take for them to get
Well,
healed?
All of the 14 camps that came in with her,
Oh, there were 14.
we had 15 turtles flown to us on December 4th. We had a loggerhead and 14 Kemp's Ridleys that came to us from New England. They were all cold stunned. The reason she is still here is she had severe pneumonia in her lungs, and it caused a lot of scar tissue in her lungs, and
Okay.
it caused some buoyancy issues.
Okay.
She was moved from a smaller tank to this tank. That encouraged her to swim more.
Right.
Helped improve that situation. So she has been cleared for release. So we had 31 turtles in December.
Oh, wow.
We got in those 15, plus we had our own that were cold stunning locally.
So in the wintertime, you have more turtles because of the cold stunning?
We get a lot of cold stuns. There were a few that got, probably about 6 that got brought up to us from Florida. Then we had those 15. Then we had a second flight that had 3 big loggerheads on it that were cold stunned.
So do they bring turtles here from all over the United States or just the East Coast?
Normally it's New England because
Okay.
they usually have hundreds up there. I'm talking close to 1,000 that were cold stunned. They just don't have any place to put them up there.
Yeah.
So what they do, we have a private pilots group called Turtles Fly Too, and they donate their planes, their fuel, and their time, just like pilots do for dogs and cats. These pilots strictly fly turtles.
They
all
come right into the airport
Banana
here?
box.
Okay.
Right into Jekyll. We release them with 2 flippers as long as they have opposites. They
Okay.
have one back here and one up here. One to propel and one to steer. They can be released with 2.
So when you release them, do you send them, the New England ones, do you send them back to New
No,
England?
ma'am, we can release them here. They were
Okay.
all released here. Sometimes we'll take them to Florida, like to Amelia Island. It kind of depends on water temperatures and so forth. We're on our way back to the campground, and I just wanted to give a little bit of input about the Sea Turtle Center. I thought it was really interesting. I think I learned a lot. I was a little disappointed that there weren't more turtles in the hospital, but that's a good thing because there's not as many turtles that need help. There was 31 turtles that they had brought in December. So if you want to go to the Sea Turtle Center and see more turtles in the hospital,
it might be better to just go in the like December, January, February time frame, because by July when we're there, a lot of the turtles have already been healed and released back into the wild. Just a tip. So there's where Red Motor something is. There's the airport.
So that saying, happy wife, happy life, she was getting a little grumpy. She was getting hangry. So we're getting some Mexican food. Where we at, babe?
Tortuga Jacks.
Yay.
It's right on the beach. They got outdoor seating that looks pretty cool, but since it's so hot outside, we're sitting inside.
That's crazy.
And food is here. It came by robot.
Let's take it before you go.
There he goes.
Thank you. What'd you order?
I ordered a taco salad with gringo beef, which is ground beef.
Let's take a look.
And then I got some cilantro dressing to go with it. Cilantro vinaigrette.
Yep. I got the combination fajitas with steak, shrimp, and chicken. Looks pretty good so far.
I don't see how that saves them money.
So what's different about your taco salad?
Okay, for one, there's spring mix in it. And for another, this is the vinaigrette with cilantro. It's really good. It has kind of a sweet taste. But yeah, the spring mix for a taco salad is different. It's really good.
So the food's okay. It's pretty good.
The locals order the big boy burrito or the Jack's chimney. I read that after I ordered. So, but I'm happy with my taco salad.
So this is my honest review of this. It's not bad, but it's not great. I've had definitely better. So it's kind of bland. I would definitely maybe not order the combination fajitas again. Maybe try what the locals eat, which was the big boy burrito. But I would skip this one.
It's a lot of food though.
It is a lot of food, but it's just, it's okay. It's not like stupid good or nothing.
It's Sunday afternoon and we're leaving Jekyll Island for the afternoon to go to Brunswick, Georgia. We're going to the Encore Performing Arts Center and we're going to see The Sound of Music. We're at the Hungry Crab. We just finished watching Sound of Music and it was awesome. And we came right around the corner to the Hungry Crab. This place is really cute. They've got really cute decor. And I got the fried shrimp salad.
I got the shrimp boil. I'm not really sure how to attack this. It comes in the bag.
Why is it in a
I
bag?
don't know.
Open it up.
I'm afraid it's gonna blow up. Oh, look at that steam coming out.
Yeah.
It's got shrimp, a tater, and a piece of corn.
Oh, it smells really
I
good.
got garlic, butter, Old Bay seasoning, mild.
It's time to dig in.
Shrimp boil. This is in Brunswick, Georgia. It's about a half an hour from the campground at Jekyll Island Campground.
We've been working hard on videos and struggling in the heat, and now it's time to play in the water. Yay!
We're at Summer Waves, Jekyll Island, Georgia, baby. I'm gonna hit some slides and do the wave pool. I'm super excited.
This is the entrance where you come in, and if you qualify for a military discount, you can get that. If you want to leave food in your car, you can do that and go out and then come back in the same day without having to pay again. But you cannot bring your own food in. You can only bring water in. It's Monday, so the crowd is not as bad as it would be on the weekend, but there's lots of seating still left. We got here at about noon, and behind all the seats you can see the wave pool. Everybody gets a float and they float around in the wave pool. Here's the wave pool in action. If you don't bring your lunch, you can eat here at Larry's Giant Subs, or you can get snacks at the snack hut. The lazy river is very relaxing. We brought a lock and locked our stuff up to a chair, but if you don't have a lock, you can use the lockers here. They give you a wristband to access it all day. This kid splash pad is fun for all ages. Wait for it. These are 4 slides. 2 of them you go down with your body, and 2 of them you go down with the tube. And you can use a 2-person tube, which makes it more fun. Danny and I tried it, and we went down the green slide, and we went so fast, we ended up hitting the edge of the pool, out of the pool. If we went down this one really fast. And then over here is another slide that we went on. All the slides here are great. The lines are not very long. They don't take very long to go down. Maybe it's because it's a Monday, but if you come in the summertime, I recommend that you wear shoes because the concrete gets really hot, and we ended up having to wear our shoes. And they say that you're not supposed to wear your shoes on the slides, so you can carry them in your hand. And you can also, we had our sunglasses on, so we ended up carrying our sunglasses in our hand too.